So I welcome everyone to the Saturday session, and this time we have with us the theme on love. नाम तो बहुत सुना होगा types. We use love so often, but I thought maybe we can just discuss it out and maybe discover something new, some new aspects of love which maybe are unaware we are until now. So I welcome you all, and the process of conversation will be that we'll all be keeping our videos and audios on mute, and whenever you have to comment, you can't hear anything, Mohitji. Okay, can anybody else tell if the voice is a issue?
For me, it's perfect.
ओके तरु, थैंक यू. सो मोहित जी ज़रा मे बी अपना एक बार फ़ोन देखिए आप, या तो चेक कीजिए क्या गड़बड़ है, या वापस एक बार मे बी लॉग आउट एंड लॉग इन अगेन. So what we'll be doing today is I have a basic kind of a raw material from saints and mystics with me, but it's very basic. We don't have much at hand. What we will rely on today to decode love is our own experiences, our own growth as a human being, and what have we discovered and what do we want to discover about love. So that is what we will be focusing on, and I'll be requesting you in the meantime, whenever you feel ready, just share what love is at this moment for you. What does love mean for you? Take a pause, take a moment, and just reflect for a minute. What is love for you? And type it in the chat window. And if you have something longer to say, then you can unmute and share. But prefer to shortly, use crisp sentences to type in the chat window. And then I'll be sharing it out with all of us. So what does love mean for you? This word called love, what does it mean for you at this moment in life? There may be, a couple of words associated with love, or maybe experiences or a definition. All of us can share, whatever you have at this moment, because even I am on this path of discovery, so we don't have any ready-made solutions or definitions, and that is the beauty of human life, that we discover through our own experiences, these things, these deep experiences called love or joy or passion or these kind of things. This is our own discovery. We should not be relying on any definitions given by anyone. Yeah. So, Mohitji, we are still in the beginning. We are sharing our own experiences on what love means for us. So, all of us are sharing in the chat window on what love means for us at this moment of time in our life. And slowly we will unravel even more further aspects of love. Beautiful. So, Riddhi ji is sharing love is a feeling of expansion with undoubtful trust. It is feeling one with the other. So, a feeling of union, a feeling of oneness with the other, and also a feeling of expansion. Yeah, beautiful. So, crossing one's boundaries. Yeah. Rupal ji, maybe disconnect and log in again. Maybe that would help, because rest of us can hear properly. So what Riddhi has just shared, she says that it's not boundaries, it's crossing one's boundaries, as if, expanding. So the physical limits that we have been given as a human being, it's something more than that boundary. Even mind has a boundary, so it's something more than that boundary. Yeah. And Taru says, uh, right now, love is coming to me as just letting others and myself be, not imposing anything on others and myself, and giving me and everyone space. So, love is space, letting ourselves be, letting others be. So, we can all grow, do things that make our lives more beautiful, meaningful, and joyful. Yeah. Ruchika says, I think love is firstly to know yourself and then try to understand other human beings and emotions. Beautiful, beautiful. I think that's a beautiful ground that you have all given, and rest of us who may, whenever you feel ready, just share whatever is coming to you on the discussion or anything, any aspect, any question. So, one thing is for sure, that what we are discussing today is not the regular, the chaos and confusion of emotions and entanglements. We all know that, we all know that space of a confusion, a space of chaos, and getting entangled, and becoming an obstruction in each other's lives. We all have a taste for that. What is kind of a prayer today through this session is to discover something more, which all of us know that is there to love, something more to love, right? So, Rupalji, I don't know what's the issue, because rest of us can hear me properly. So, we all have a sense that love is something very deep. We all have a sense that love means giving each other space. So, remember those instances in our lives when we were not able to give each other space. How suffocating that becomes, how stagnant that becomes for yourself and the other person. So we have to now do a negation, not this, not this. So we know that this cannot be love, this cannot be love. And that is how we slowly arrive to what is actually love, right? And let's see how this process of revelation occurs for all of us. So I'll use a little doha because all of these saints and mystics, they have pointed at love being something of beyond, not of this realm, yet it can be expressed in this realm. So the expression is possible, but the origin of love is not of this realm, of the material, the physical realm. And we all crave for it. We all know that we want love in life. No one can exist without love. Yeah. So let me take a little doha and see what it reveals us towards. पोथी पढ़ पढ़ जग मुआ, पंडित भया न कोय, ढाई आखर प्रेम का, पढ़े सो पंडित होए. सो कबीर कह रहे हैं कि बहुत पोथियां पढ़ ली, we all have done degrees, we all feel that we are very well qualified, we really kind of feel very proud of our degrees and the books that we have read, the experiences that we have had in life. तो कबीर कह रहे हैं कि उससे कोई पंडित बना नहीं पोथी पढ़ने से, ढाई आखर प्रेम का, पढ़े सो पंडित होए. तो ये कह रहे हैं कि सिर्फ ये ढाई आखर पढ़ लो प्रेम का और वो मेरे लिए पंडित है, वो ज्ञानी है, परम ज्ञानी है. लेकिन हमें ये समझ नहीं आता कि ये जो ढाई आखर की तरफ जो इशारा है, ये पढ़े कहां से. ये कह तो गए, कबीर तो अपनी तरफ से कह के चले गए कि ढाई आखर प्रेम का. कैसे पढ़ूं, कहां से पढ़ूं, कौन पढ़ाएगा, क्योंकि सबको मैथ्स पढ़ानी है, इंग्लिश पढ़ानी है, सारे सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ाने हैं. बट प्रेम कौन पढ़ाएगा? और पढ़ाएगा वो जिसे खुद अंदाजा हो कि है क्या, जिसे खुद ही अंदाजा नहीं है कि प्रेम है क्या, वो दूसरे को पढ़ाएगा कैसे? यस रूपल जी, others are able to hear. So again, taking a hint from Kabir's own dohas, he reveals in several dohas what he is hinting at. In one he says, प्रेम प्रेम सब कोई कहे, प्रेम ना चीन्हे कोय, अघट प्रेम पिंजर बसे, और प्रेम कहावे सोए. So Ruchika said that we must firstly know ourselves, and then only we can try to, expand it to others. I think it's beautiful, this point, because if I have not touched the fountain of the love within my being, which Kabir hints at in this doha, when he says, you all talk about love, prem prem sab koi kahe, par prem na chinhe koi. Nobody knows what love is. Aghat prem, boundless love, pinjar base, in a cage, which is this body. Boundless love, look at the paradox, present in this very boundary, the body, and prem kahave soe. So when I say, when I use these words, I love you, to somebody else, most of the time I am fooling myself. Why am I fooling myself? Because I don't know, I cannot fathom what love is, because I have not touched it within my own being. I have not touched that fountain of love within my own being. How on earth can I tell somebody that I am in love with you, or I love you? And mostly, if we are on our ground, if we are on our knees, we will realize that what we say as I love you is most of the times, if not all, I'm sure there are times when it's pure love, it's most of the times just expecting something from the other person, trying to fulfill an incomplete ego through other person's behavior, through other person's action, as if I have a begging bowl in hand and I'm seeking to fill it up. You will say one word and I'll be full. Please say this word. So this begging for sure is not love. Because when love is coming out of a completion, when love is sufficient onto itself, how can begging be a part of love? So look at your own lives, and I would say, reflect for a moment, take a pause as I speak. Look at your own relationships. Haven't we been beggars all the time? Wanting other people to fill up our life as if they know what it is to fill up one's life. They poor themselves don't know. Most of them have not yet touched the fountain of love within themselves. So how can I, my ego on this earth, can expect that the other person who poor himself has not yet touched that fountain of love will be able to fulfill my demand? A demand cannot be fulfilled by a beggar. So if we actually look closely to our relationships, because we use this love mostly in our relationships, right? That I love you. So if I am blood bound or relationship bound with anyone in my family, in my close, like my spouse, my children, I use this word very often. But I hardly know its meaning. It's only my begging bowl asking for some, fulfillment. So this honesty to look at our own relationships, to dissect the insincerity in my relationships, this is very much necessary if I really want to find out what is love. This for sure is not love. Because love, as somebody said in the beginning, it's boundless, it's expansive. So one which is already wide in nature, one which is already full in nature, how can that how can that keep on, begging for fulfillment? It is not possible. So look, we need to look more honestly at my own relationships, first of all with my own self, and also with others who I feel I love. Because love is not merely a feeling, not merely a shallow feeling, something really deep that encompasses a lot. So give yourself a chance to feel it and pause. Look honestly at our relationships. Is it that I am always asking and demanding from other people around me, and I am naming that as love? How long will I keep on fooling myself? Because that is not love. That is one unfulfilled ego wanting to fulfill itself, which never happens. Ego always remains unfulfilled. It's the very nature of the ego. So let's go further, deeper, and uncover something more. So कबीर कह रहे हैं, ये तो घर है प्रेम का, खाला का घर नहीं, शीश उतारे भोई धरे, तब बैठे घर माही. तो कबीर कह रहे हैं कि अगर तुम इफ यू रियली वांट टू एंटर द हाउस ऑफ प्योर लव, अनमिक्स्ड प्योर लव, यू विल हैव टू कट ऑफ योर ईगो. शीश उतारे भोई धरे, वहीं छोड़ के आओ, चौखट पे छोड़ के आओ अपने शीश को. एंड लुक एट अवर ओन लव इन अवर रिलेशनशिप्स. हमारा वो प्यार है जो ईगो को परपेचुएट करता है. मैं अपना सिर झुकाने के लिए तैयार नहीं हूं, बस मेरा कटोरा भरना चाहिए. दिस इज माई काइंड ऑफ लव. नो वंडर दैट इट नेवर गेट्स फुलफिल्ड, बिकॉज दैट इज नॉट वेयर इट विल गेट फुलफिल्ड. सो कबीर कह रहे हैं कि अगर तुम रियली में प्योर लव, ट्रू लव को टच करना चाहते हो, वहां पे ऑल ऑफ the opinions in the mind, sheesh, the mind is full of opinions about the world, about love itself, about relationships, about how my life should move, about what I know about myself, all these kind of thoughts perpetuating themselves in the space called mind. All that has to be cut off by no one else but our own self. So as if I take a sword in my hand, and now that I am willing to discover what love is, I cut off my head, because the intensity to want to know love is so great that I don't want even my head, which I have gained through 30-40 years of experiences. I say no matter if my experiences are waste, I don't care. I just want to right now know what is this thing called love. So I cut off my head and keep it outside, and only then one can enter. Now look at this, who is ready to do that? Not many of us. I am very fine using the word love in my relationships all the time, using dishonestly, but I will not be daring. Only 1 in 100 would be daring, or maybe less, to cut off their own ego, to cut off their own prior experiences, to now know what is love. So this requires a lot of courage, and we have here with us through this revelation another aspect of love, which is courage. Love exists hand in hand with courage. The courage to unmask yourself, the courage to unveil yourself, the courage to be naked no matter what. Because you want to live life. You don't want to suffocate yourself in life. Right? So this is another, when we move further ahead, further close to what love is. And then Kabir says, again on the same aspect, कबीर says, प्रेम ना खेती उपजे, प्रेम ना हाट बिकाए. सो प्रेम ना आपको खेती में मिलेगा, कहीं उगा हुआ, कहीं बना बनाया, कि किसी किसान ने उगा दिया और तुमने रीप कर लिया. ना, बिल्कुल भी नहीं. प्रेम ना हाट बिकाए. और ना ही प्रेम मिलेगा किसी दुकान पे कि तुमने बार्गेन करके ले लिया कि मुझे ये दे दो और वो ले लो ना. And usually our relationships are all bargains. You do this for me, I do this for you. That is not love. राजा प्रजा जिस रुचे सिर दे सो ले जाए. So this is the price for love. And friends, those of us who really want to taste this nectar of love within, which we will soon arrive at, I'm sure, if God willing, then we really need to keep a check. We really need to see that ego has to be cut down each moment of my life. Now, ego is something like it's like a phoenix. It rises from the ashes. And that is why Kabir says, I need to be on guard all the time. जब तक मेरे पिंजर में सांस है मुझे तब तक विजिलेंट रहने की जरूरत है. This is what Kabir says. Because you cannot say at one point of time, after 20 years of spiritual experiences, oh, I am egoless now, my ego is gone. There comes the ego again. Now it comes as a egolessness. So now I have this ego full of egolessness, right? So ego can change forms. Anything that burdens my mind of images, anything that burdens my mind of preconceived notions, images coming from the past, that is all a part of ego. So one has to be very, very conscious that I'm cutting the head of ego ruthlessly every moment I want to progress in my life. One needs to be really a besharm, like a nirlaj fellow for that. किया होगा मैंने जो किया होगा 20-25 साल, अब मुझे वो नहीं करना. I want to do something new, right? So one needs really a lot of courage to go ahead on that path. So this love that Kabir talks of, if I am able to allow myself to go there, if I am able to allow myself to reach that place within where Kabir is hinting at, which is actually birthright for all of us. अगर वो नहीं छुआ तो जिया क्या? अगर मैंने अपने अंदर ही वो खजाना नहीं छुआ तो ये जिंदगी आई किस काम मेरे? सिर्फ सतही तौर पे जी ली, shallow, all lived in shallow experiences, my own preconceived notions and experiences. So it's very, very important, and in fact, I would say it's like a waste of a human life if all of us are not able to get in touch with the fountain of love within that Kabir hints at, or many saints have hinted at, right? Yes, so Himanshi ji says, as ego leaves our being, so which is, I would say, every moment, it is a thing of every moment. In one moment, ego can leave the being. In another moment, ego can come back. So one has to be really very cautious and vigilant, right? But in that moment, when I am selfless, then we feel very light. So yes, this lightness of the being is an indicator of boundless love. Very true. This lightness is an indicator that love is and the ego is not. This lightness is the indicator. But friends, one has to be really very careful, because in every moment we have the chance to slip. The moment ego comes in, all my ideas, all my thoughts, opinions about people and myself come in any moment, I am away from love again, right? So vigilance is the key. Vigilance, being cautious, being conscious of my movements of the being. Now then, going ahead, feel free to type. I'll keep on taking the comments and questions. प्रेम प्याला सो पिए शीश दक्षिणा दे, लोभी शीश ना दे सके नाम प्रेम का ले. तो कबीर कह रहे हैं कि जो प्रेम प्याला पीने के लिए तैयार है, वन हु इज विलिंग नाउ टू टेस्ट द नेक्टर ऑफ लव, उसको तो भाई शीश अपना दक्षिणा में देना ही पड़ेगा. उसके बिना लव इज नॉट पॉसिबल. It's not possible to be in love, to touch love. As if love, between us between a felt experience and love, there is a thick wall of ego, the opinions of the mind. And that thick wall, as long as it stays, it avoids, our interaction with love. Yes. So Ruchika is saying, but we try to avoid ego in everyday life, but it comes again and again. How to avoid this? Very good. So Ruchika, if you have a snake in your hand and you know that it is a snake, it is not, it is poisonous, it can harm me, would you still keep on holding on to that snake? No. Yes. So if one really knows that, becomes aware actually of one's own selfish motives and selfish agendas, like if through my attention I kind of am shedding a light on my opinions and ego and all the selfish agendas, then the ego cannot stay. It can only stay when I am unaware of it. So when you ask how to avoid this, I would say, टर्न योर आईज, जो अभी बाहर की तरफ देखती है ना तुम्हारी आंखें, टर्न योर आईज विद इन योर बीइंग. जो भी एक्शन मैं कर रही हूं, इन वॉट एवर एक्शन वॉट आई डू, what is my motive in this action? This is how you turn your attention within. Why am I doing this action? Is there any selfish motive in this action? Then I will not go ahead. Right? Yes. To know the motive. Yes. For example, if I am talking to a person, right? I am talking to you. And if I have a selfish motive कि रुचिका को मैं इसलिए बताऊं ताकि ना ये हो जाए. There, if I turn my attention within my being, I will get aware कि मेरे दिमाग में ना ये चल रहा था जब मैं रुचिका से बात कर रही थी. इसका मतलब it was not in my honesty that I was talking. This is how you get aware of the ego. The moment I get aware of my motives, my agendas, I cannot be selfish. I cannot allow myself to go ahead on this path of selfishness. And there you go away from the ego. The ego cannot withstand an attentive gaze, a conscious gaze. Ego cannot withstand a conscious gaze. It's like, imagine that we have these magnifying glasses that we used to use as a kid, on the terrace. So you have a paper and you put the magnifying glass on the paper, and when the sun rays concentrate on that magnifying glass, it burns the paper. That is how it is with the ego. So if my concentration, if my look, conscious look is like a magnifying glass, it burns the ego immediately. And that is why so much focus nowadays on being conscious, being aware of what you are doing, why you are doing. Just that much is enough. We don't need much theories about it. Very, very little thing, very small thing. Yeah. So कबीर कह रहे हैं कि प्रेम का प्याला जिसने पीना है उसको शीश तो दक्षिणा में देना ही पड़ेगा, लोभी शीश ना दे सके. Now this is exactly correlating with what Ruchika was asking right now. If I am involved in my selfish agendas, then it means I am greedy, right? अगर मैं greedy हूं कि मेरी ये मांगे पूरी हो जाएं इस कॉन्वर्जेशन से, इस इंटरेक्शन से, तब मैं अपनी ग्रीड को छोड़ नहीं पाऊंगी. लोभी शीश ना दे सके. लोभी को तो अपना लोभ पूरा करना है, लोभी को अपनी डिजायर फुलफिल करनी है, उसको कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है लव को जानने में. तो वो अंधाधुंध होके बिल्कुल ब्लाइंड भागेगा अपनी डिजायर को फुलफिल करने. उसके बस का नहीं है अपना एक तरफ अपनी तरफ देखना और पहचान पाना कि ये भैया मैं तो लोभ के पीछे भाग रहा हूं, इसमें ना किसी और का भला है ना मेरा भला है. वो लोभी नहीं देख पाएगा. और लोभी ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई दूसरा इंसान लोभी है जिसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं. मेरे अंदर ही लोभ उत्पन्न होता है, मेरे अंदर ही डिजायर एंड ग्रीड उत्पन्न होती है. बट द मोमेंट आई बिकम अवेयर ऑफ माई ग्रीड and consciously want to leave it, it cannot withstand that conscious attention. And there I am one to one with love. There I am one in one, hand in hand with love, when I'm not with greed. Because love is not greed. Love is actually, I would say, it's fulfilling. Love it because of its completion around it. Love does not seek. Greed seeks. ग्रीड को क्या करना है? ग्रीड इनकम्प्लीट है, इट्स ओरिजिनेटिंग आउट ऑफ ईगो, तो वो इनकम्प्लीट है और वो अपने आप को भरना चाह रही है. बट लव, बिकॉज ऑफ द ओरिजिन ऑफ लव, द डिवाइन ओरिजिन ऑफ द लव, इट इज कंप्लीट इन इट सेल्फ. इट इज नॉट वॉन्टिंग कि भाई तू इस तरह से देगा तो मैं लूंगा, तू उस तरह से देगा तो मैं लूंगा, अदरवाइज और कोई तरीका चलेगा नहीं. इट्स वेरी फ्लेक्सिबल इन नेचर. लव इज एक्सट्रीमली प्लास्टिक इन नेचर because it does not seek to fulfill itself. Once I have touched the fountain of love within, then who on earth can stop me from tasting it again and again? And why would I seek external fulfillment? अब तो ये होगा कि जो भी मैं करूंगी उसमें मैं I'll just spill out that fountain, as if a fountain, the fountain, how it goes from inside to outside, it spills itself out. So that is how we as human being become, and we must become, because this is our true potential, to touch that fountain of love within our being and become that love, ooze out love. But I cannot do that until I myself am separated from that essence within, from the treasure within. And that is why this urgency which saints, mystics and masters have hinted at, the urgency to become unified with the divine presence within. Urgent, it's very urgent actually. Look at the world, how it is at the moment. We need a lot of people, more and more people who are able to touch the divine essence and then spill it out. We need more and more love in this world. So that is why, as if, all eight of you, all eight of us who are present today in this call, it's like all of us have a mission to accomplish. And that mission is a very urgent mission. That mission is to get in touch as soon as possible, allow ourselves to be one with that fountain of love, to have a little less misery on this earth, to have a little less hate on this earth. So that is what our mission should be on this earth as a human being, right? So, yeah. Then Kabir says, प्रेम प्रेम सब कोई कहे और प्रेम न चीन्हे कोई, 8 पहर भीना रहे और प्रेम कहावे सोए. Okay, so let's see, there is this comment from Mohit ji. I'll see what can I do about it. Mohit ji is saying, I have a question. Do men and women seek differently? Men are seeking women, for example, and this is to an extreme, in a very greedy way. It is called as a symptom of patriarchy. What do women seek? Are they somehow in a degree better than men? Okay, so Mohit ji, I will not take this question, because this actually would take me into philosophizing and theorizing, which is not my domain. My domain is very ground, my feet are on the very earth that touches my feet right now. So मेरा जो सबसे ज्यादा औचित्य है आज बात करने का, वो ये है कि अभी के अभी urgency of the connection, the unification of my own being with the divine presence. What men seek, what women seek, before being it is possible when you are saying, when you are saying that men and women seek differently owing to the nature we are born with, it is very much probable that we seek differently. But ultimately, one thing is sure for everyone, which is unification with that love within. That is an ultimate truth in which neither a man is different nor a woman is different, right? So I would just stay focused to that truth within my being, because being a man comes later, being a woman comes later, being a human being comes the first. Let us just stick, let us stay our focus only on that for the time being. And once I am able to become a true human in its true essence, then I can discover what is it that man seeks, and what is this what woman seeks, for example. So pardon me for not completely taking this question. Maybe I'm incapable of taking that question. Yeah. So again, coming back to the doha which I was sharing with you. प्रेम प्रेम सब कोई कहे और प्रेम ना चीन्हे कोय, आठ पहर भी ना रहे और प्रेम कहावे सोए. So this is really beautiful. So Kabir is saying, ऐसी प्रेजेंस जिसमें आप आठों पहर इमर्स्ड रहें, भीना मतलब भीगा हुआ रहे उसमें, as if you are molten in that presence. That is what love is. This is beautiful, as if you don't need anyone else for this love. True love is irrespective of anybody outer. True love is irrespective of any physical place that you may be in. So I may associate that, at this place I feel more in love, at that place I don't feel more in love, I feel hateful. It's not about place, my friends. It's totally against, that outer situation. Doesn't matter. आप मेरे को जेल में डाल दो, I can still experience that, the fountain of love. आप किसी को, the person who has to feel love in this immersion, the divine immersion, he will be able to feel divine immersion any place. In the shittiest of place, in the ugliest of places, prem can be, love can be. And this is the love we must all aim towards. If not, we have touched this in our life. Our life is really not even half lived. And it's a birthright. Let me remind yourself, let me remind ourselves again and again. It is my birthright to get in touch with this divine immersion that waits for me within my being. We all can do it. We must do it. And the more I immerse myself in the presence of this divine essence within, the more I have the ability to actually work even on the body, even and that's at the cellular level. Because this love that I get in touch with, I can infuse this love in the cells of the body, the divine love in the cells of my being. So no matter how late it may be in my life, there is never too late. It is never too late, and it's never too early as well. So allow yourself. It may be at 30-40 years that I have lived. Now I have a chance. Today I have a chance to give away, to cut my sheesh, to give away my ego this moment, and to experience that boundlessness within, to experience that divine immersion within which Kabir hints at in this doha. And only then I will become more like a flower oozing out love. Before that, I will just be oozing out hate, greed, jealousy, all these things that is already ever present in this universe, much more than ever. So as warriors, as divine human beings, it is our birthright and our responsibility to get in touch with urgency with this fountain of love within. Only then another life, if I can say, begins. A true human life begins after that. Abhi tak it's all dress rehearsals going on. If I have not been able to touch that fountain, it's all dress rehearsals. All the difficult experiences, all the challenges, they've nothing but been a rehearsal so that I am capable enough, so that I gain strength enough कि अपना शीश मैं खुद काट सकूं अपने हाथों से, क्योंकि अब मैं तैयार हूं उस to take a plunge, to kind of a dive within that fountain of the being, that divine immersion that awaits me, right? Yeah, and then Kabir says, again continuing with the prem aspect, he says, पिया चाहे प्रेम रस, राखा चाहे मान, दो एक खड़ग एक म्यान में, देखा सुना ना कान। तो कबीर कह रहे हैं कि या तो तुम देखो एक काम कर सकते हो, एक मोमेंट में तुम एक काम कर सकते हो। एक मोमेंट की बात करते हैं हम, मोमेंट टू मोमेंट बढ़ेंगे, बेबी स्टेप्स, हाँ, ज्यादा दूर की बात नहीं करेंगे। या तो तुम एक मोमेंट में प्रेम रस पी सकते हो, और या उस मोमेंट में तुम अपनी ईगो रख सकते हो, मान रख सकते हो, राइट? दोनों चीजें एक साथ पॉसिबल नहीं है। नाउ दिस बिकम्स अ वेरी ब्यूटिफुल सूत्रा फॉर अस। Each moment to moment, the more I am becoming aware of my own movements and my own movements, I see that in this moment I have a choice. I have free will. Whether I want to immerse myself, keep immersing myself in the divine essence within, which is love, or I want to protect and take care of my ego, which is man, fame, pride, my own degrees, my images about myself. दोनों चीजें एक साथ पॉसिबल नहीं है। वेरी ब्यूटिफुल सूत्र दैट कबीर गिव्स अस, मोमेंट टू मोमेंट। और कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है अगर मैं पिछले 20 करोड़ मूवमेंट खराब कर चुकी हूं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट अपकमिंग मूवमेंट आई कैन चूज। कबीर कह रहे हैं कि एक म्यान में दो तलवारें नहीं रह सकती। तलवारें कहा जा रहा है, प्यार को तलवार कहा जा रहा है, और ईगो, माइंड और मान, प्राइड, उसको भी तलवार कहा जा रहा है। क्यों तलवार कहा जा रहा है? बिकॉज द एज इज वेरी शार्प। लव हैज द पावर ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग द ईगो, वेरी शार्प एज। एंड ईगो, owing to the origin, because it is also coming from the divinity, where else will anything come from? The ego is also very sharp in nature, and that is why the wonder, the adventure, that is why the clash, seeming clash. Now ego is very very sharp in nature. जहां ego है वहां प्यार नहीं रह सकता। तो देखिए कैसे एक दूसरे को काटते हुए लगते हैं ऊपर ऊपर से, बट एक्चुअली में एक दूसरे का रेजोल्यूशन भी उसी में है। The resolution for ego lies only in love. The resolution or the dissolution or the highest possibility of the ego lies only in love. So they may seem contradictory in nature, but actually they are one. Like, I am a lover, I am the ego lover, and I am seeking my beloved, which is love, pure love. So what ego wants, we don't have to avoid or, do away. Give ego its fulfillment, supreme fulfillment, which is the divine immersion. That which is present in very much in you, each one of us, not away from that divine immersion. Do it with immediate effect, not wasting even a moment. And again, forgiving yourself if you have wasted many moments. Propping up again, becoming a warrior, not losing a moment to be in touch with that divine presence, the divine love within, which Kabir hints at, for example. Yeah. So now this sutra can also be used in a way where I become conscious that, here I am trying to protect my image. Here I am trying to protect my vanity or pride. It means love cannot coexist here. So immediately you get it dropped. You can immediately drop it. So consciousness is very important. Being conscious of what am I doing, my own manipulation, that is very important. That is the key, right? And then Kabir, there's one particular doha of Kabir which I really like. He says, Kabir haldi piyari और चूना उज्जवल भाई, राम स्नेही जो मिले दोनों वरण गवाएं. So one who has touched, for example, imagine there are two people, both of them are on this path of becoming more and more one with the fountain of love within, both of them in their individual honesties and capacities. Now when these two people meet, they are not meeting out of a selfish agenda. They are meeting in love, for love, and with love. They do not have any expectation from each other कि तू मुझे भरेगा और मैं तुझे भरूंगा, जो हमें यूजुअली रहती है हमारी रिलेशनशिप्स में. Now, because they are now in connection with the direct source of energy, which is love within the being, they are not seeking anything outside. And now when they connect on this path called life, they are ready to let go of their nature's colors. For example, if I am by nature yellow in nature, for example, haldi is yellow in nature and chuna is white in nature. So what would happen? I am ready. I would not say, oh no, I am haldi, I must remain yellow, and you are chuna, you must remain white all the time. There is no kind of, no need to preserve images, because one has touched the fountain of love within, which is ever fulfilling in nature. And this is how a true connection, a soulful connection, even with human beings in life, can happen and must happen. How long will we keep on living lives which are just, coming out of egos and selfish agendas? How long? One really get tired of this struggle. So once we are ready as a warrior, once we are ready to, and we have chosen the path of a deeper connection with oneself, then the external situation, I don't seek any fulfillment from the external situation, and only then it becomes a path of adventure, path of joy, path of progress, because now I am crossing my boundaries every time I am kind of opposed with a challenge, and I am not in any इमेज दैट मुझे अपनी इमेज प्रिजर्व करके रखनी है, क्योंकि वो तो मिला हुआ है ना अंदर. कौन मिला हुआ है? फाउंटेन ऑफ लव. वो सारी भरपाई कर रहा है और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. अब सिर्फ प्रोग्रेस ही होनी है. ऐसा हो नहीं सकता कि अब कुछ और हो जाए प्रोग्रेस के अलावा. नो मैटर डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशंस, नो मैटर डिफिकल्ट रिलेशंस, डजंट मैटर. Everything will be now taken as a means to progress, because I am not wanting to save any image in my head. So I am ready to take off my sheesh at every moment and give it away for love, in love, with love. This is what Kabir's warrior is. Kabir uses this word called surma, warrior, because not everyone is able to do this in courage. And the sooner we get ready, the better life awaits us further in our path, and even much beautiful relationships, I would say. Yeah. So now a few things are coming up. One is that love is a state of space, giving each other space, allowing each other to be, as one of you said. Love is progress. Love is kind of, ever challenging. And love is, as we have seen so far, it's not actually dependent on any physical outer situation or external persons. It's very inert in its meaning. In its true essence, it's very inert. But at the same time, having said that, the purpose of us being born as a human beings, being born as a social human being, it's not only, it cannot be that कि मैं अपने में मस्त रहूं और अपने में खुश रहूं, ever untouched with all the other human beings. And it cannot be, actually. It cannot be that happens. The more and more I become unified with this ever spilling fountain of love within, it is not possible that fountain does not spill out of me. And now this helps me being a better human being. We use this term, being a better human being. So when I am in touch with my deeper divine essence, which is love, only then I become capable of having beautiful human relationships, or contributing my own self, or giving myself away to this world, because then there is a certain selflessness around it. because now I have stopped seeking from outside, completing myself and seeking my own fulfillment. अब वो तो हो नहीं रहा, क्योंकि fulfillment तो सारी अंदर से आ रही है. तो अब जो भी होगा, अब जो ह्यूमन इंटरेक्शन में होगा, वो किस में होगा? वो आउट ऑफ जॉय होगा, आउट ऑफ लव होगा, like a overflowing aspect of myself that I have touched. And that will always be never harmful to anyone. Love can never be harmful to anyone. Love always knows it's the right action. Love is the right action. Why is it the right action? Because there is no selfish motive in that action. आप देखिए हमारी जो रिलेशनशिप्स होती हैं, our relationships, always जब भी हम कोई बात कर रहे होते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं मेरा कुछ औचित्य छुपा होता है उसमें, कि मुझे ये मिल जाए ना इस बंदे से प्लीज. And once I have been able to touch the fountain of love itself, तो अब वो औचित्य रहा ही नहीं, क्योंकि फुलफिलमेंट तो पहले आ गई. अब मैं जब किसी से बात करती हूं, किसी को कोई एडवाइस भी देती हूं, या किसी को किसी से सजेशन मांगती हूं, तो अब उसमें एक इनोसेंस है, उसमें वो डुअलिटी खत्म हो गई जो ईगो के साथ रहती है ना, कि मांगना कुछ और है और लेकिन बोल कुछ और रहे हैं. That hypocrisy that we usually live in. So that innocence comes back again, that childlike innocence, plainly, how is a child, he's very plain, he's very simple. If he is doing a vomit, he's very clear that he is doing vomit. If he is expressing that I don't like this, he's very clear that I don't like it. There is no dogalapan about, in a child's mind, that, oh, I must be hiding it, oh, how would he think about it, maybe he would reject me for this, these kind of things. All this calculation doesn't go well with the child's mind. And that is why when saints and mystics have said कि जब तुम प्रेम के घर में आते हो, you have to actually become a child, as if you are innocent in your being. There is a certain simplicity about yourself, and you are saying what you actually want to say. There is no doglapan, do muh ki churi, about the words that you are saying. So that simplicity, and as one of you said, it makes us light. And don't we all seek lightness in the being? All of us want to shed the burden, and the only burden is our own manipulation. What else is there as a burden? So I think this sauda, this bargain that has been given to us through the words of Kabir or other mystics, I think it's a good bargain, give away your head and, have this eternal fountain of love. Don't you think it's a good bargain? No, I think it's a very cheap bargain. Much better than ruthlessly, suffocating ourselves in burdens of all kinds, and not, always escaping from the eternal love that we have the capacity to touch within ourselves. So we must give ourselves this chance more and more in each and every moment to be aware of our own manipulations. Because if I am aware of my own manipulations, I cannot be holding on to my manipulations. It is not possible if I am honest. Yeah. Yes. So we all are capable of this, and we all must, with a strong insistence, we must travel on this path as soon as we think, yes, I am ready. This readiness has to come at one point of time. This has to be our own readiness through a free will. Because काटना अपना सर खुद है ना, तो free will तो चाहिए. कोई और आके काटेगा तो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, उसमें थोड़ा दर्द भी ज्यादा होता है. खुद काटो, खुद तलवार उठाओ, खुद शार्प करो तलवार, the तलवार of attention, with your own loving hands, cut it off and do the bargain, take love in exchange. What a beautiful bargain. And then you have the capacity to change so many lives, touch so many lives. And all of us want to touch lives, don't we? No one of us wants seclusion. That is why we are born as a human being. We want to touch lives. We want to feel one with the other person. But as long as I am not able to do this bargain, give my head away in order to seek love, I will not be able to touch lives. This is the bargain, the soda that Kabir says we must do this soda. वैसे भी तो हम खूब सारी ट्रांजैक्शंस करते हैं अपनी रिलेशनशिप्स में, तो ये भी करके देखनी चाहिए, राइट? So let's go ahead. If you have any comment, just feel free to type. Just kind of, I'll take like 10 minutes and then we'll wind it off. Yeah. So now we see that first of all, love is a deep allowance. Deep allowance. और उसमें ना सब कुछ चलता है, उसमें सब कुछ अलाउड है. अगर मैं उस सेंटर से बात कर रही हूं जो एक राइट सेंटर है विद इन माई बीइंग, विच इज एवर फुलफिल्ड सेंटर विच डज नॉट वांट इट्स कंप्लीशन आउटसाइड, देन जो भी मैं एक्ट करूंगी वो एक उचित कर्म होगा, राइट एक्शन इन इटसेल्फ. नाउ दैट एक्शन may outwardly be a slap on a friend's face. That action may outwardly be a kick on a friend's butt. But because I am operating from the right center, I want a hit of the other person, I want shubh for other person. That action will always be a right action. So not going on the ugliness of the action. For example, अगर हमें कोई थप्पड़ लगाता है तो हम ये कहते हैं यार थप्पड़ क्यों लगाता है, प्यार से बोल दे, यही कहते हैं ना हम. बट वो दिखने में थप्पड़ हो सकता है, बट it will always be for our own good and the other person's good if it is coming from that center of love within. This we can be sure. So अब love के साथ साथ हमारे पास क्या आ गया, एक eternal surety that my action will be a right action if in any moment I am operating from that fountain within and not from the place of a selfish desire or a selfish want. It will always be a right action. That action on face may look like a slap because many a times in our life, slaps are necessary. A friend of mine, gave me a very strong kick and a slap. And if I look back at my life right now, I don't know, maybe 30, 35 years, I think that was the biggest act of love which I feel helped me and both of us, towards our own better versions. So something which may look like a slap outwardly, many a times it is necessary in our growth. Many a times it is necessary for progress. And where love is, progress will be. So if I am stagnated in my life, definitely I am veiled away from love. Love is progress. Constantly challenging our boundaries, constantly moving towards my own higher possibilities. That is love. So there is no definition कि प्यार में सिर्फ पुचकारा जाएगा, थप्पड़ नहीं लगाया जाएगा. प्यार में थप्पड़ लगाना जरूरी होगा तो थप्पड़ भी लगेगा, लेकिन वो प्यार मोह वाला प्यार नहीं है, वो प्यार है हित वाला प्यार. मैं तुम्हारा हित चाहता हूं, right? And when I am working from my own inner fountain, it cannot be that I do wrong for anybody else. So friends, if we really want to help people around ourselves, it's very urgent that we get in touch with my own fountain of love, which is, which gives me everlasting immunity from any wrong action to be done onto myself or others. It's everlasting immunity, this love, not only for the body, but also for other people, and my own being. Yeah. So we can see here that it seems to us that this love which we are now talking of, it seems to be a disinterested love, dispassionate love. हाँ, इसको इतना ज्यादा नहीं पड़ा हुआ है कुछ कि मैं ये जाके उंगली कर दूं वहां पे या उधर जाके उंगली कर दूं. वाई? बिकॉज इट इज फुलफिल्ड इन इट सेल्फ. उंगली करने की हमें तब पड़ती है जब हमें हमारी ईगो हमें प्रोपेल कर रही होती है. वेन आई एम वर्किंग फ्रॉम माई ईगो, only then I will feel the need to intervene. When I am working from my inner center, the fountain of love, then I will not be interfering or intervening. I will be gently maybe holding a friend's hand and taking him to a satsang. That is possible because that is the action done out of love. But poking unnecessary fingers in each other's lives, being unnecessarily kind of curious to know what is happening with this person, that person, out of our own selfish motives, that does not happen. So it's a very disinterested love because it already has the fulfillment within itself. And with that fulfillment, along with that, there comes a bunch of good stuff, like a bunch of goodies. And one of them is peace. So, love comes hand in hand with peace. The more fulfilled I feel within my being, owing to having touched the fountain of love, the divine immersion that Kabir hinted at, it cannot be that I am not away, it cannot be that I am away from peace. Now imagine, okay, we imagine many things now. We imagine all the worst possible situations that can happen to us. So let us for a moment imagine. Imagine that in this moment, you are immersed in that fountain of love that we are talking of. Just like, something like a molten lava, maybe not that hot that it burns you, but it's there. It's very molten. Its presence in your being, and you are basking in it, like a lying in a jacuzzi or in a swimming pool. You are basking in it. Nothing else is needed. And this love is just complete into itself. Nothing, no external person has to be there. No external situation has to change. And look at the quality of peace that you feel when you immerse yourself in this presence. And this love is an all-knowing love, it also has knowledge. It's not a passive form of love ki lete raho. Whenever a right action is needed, it tells you, it hints you like a friend, it just hints you, pokes a finger in you a little, very gently, ki do this, this is required. And you do that, done. Very simple, no complication. Sahaj. No, this is the place where you can be each moment. Choose, each moment, choose to be here. Do not believe in all the words that are thrown at you, because you have the power not to believe or to believe. Use that power. So remain molten, remain immersed in this divine essence within, which is available each moment. We are not separate from it. And whatever action needs to be done must be done only from this space. All the other actions are useless, futile. We may think that, in a hurry, I'm not able to touch the space within, and, but I need to take this action. You will do more harm than good. So give yourself this pause, give yourself this, this stopping in between your life. Immerse yourself in this bhini presence, Only then take the action. That action is equivalent to 10,000 wrong actions, it like not even equivalent in the sense that it takes care. So even if you are not able to take 10,000 wrong actions, one right action coming out from this space just takes care of everything. No need of running here and there. Now this is what, when you allow yourself to be in that space, this allowance is love. That yes, I really want to make the best of this human moment that I have. And I choose to pause no matter how many people are shouting at me. I choose to pause because I cannot be any other way. I don't want to be any other way. Give yourself this choice because you have this choice each moment. Now, this action coming out of this space of inner fulfillment, which is love, can never go wrong on any person. It may seem ugly maybe for a moment. It may appear very hard and harsh for a moment. But it will never be wrong for a moment, It will always push us towards our divine essence. Each one of us. This when you begin to allow yourself to pause and to get in touch with this space, this is love. Don't be so cruel on yourself. Be kind. It's our birthright to be in touch with this space each moment. And this is the hira. This is what Kabir or other mystics, hint at. Go, plunge deep within, find that treasure. And without finding that treasure, our life is a waste. It's a futile life lived. So अगर मैंने 30 साल की जिंदगी जी ली है, कोई बात नहीं, यहां तक तो पहुंचे. मे बी उसका इतना ही पर्पस था, यहां तक पहुंचाना. And then allow yourself, please allow yourself to be here in this moment, immersed in the fulfillment within, and take any action, whatever is needed, only from there. This is the biggest social service we can do each moment. So if those of us who really want to be a philanthropist and want to help people, this is the biggest social service that you can do. Yeah. Yes, Himanshi. Yeah. So Himanshi ji is saying that every moment I am realizing that I have a choice. That every moment I can choose whether to operate from that fountain of compassion, of love within, or from the fountain of ego. Ego is also a fountain. It is never ending fountain. So I choose, but I have the power to choose. And look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. So the more I am aware of this power to choose, the more the ability to transform my life. Now love is a power of transformation. This is how it is a power of transformation. Each moment I am allowing myself to choose, which I was not able to until these many years. This is how transformation enters in life. This is how our life can become an adventure every moment. Because in love is a, vast unknown space. You don't know, because ego knows, ego lives in the domain of the known. Love is very happy living in the domain of unknown. So more adventure in life, because I don't know what is going to kind of, pop up here. So more adventure in life, more progress in life, and more joy in life. Yes, yes. Yeah, so Preeti is saying that this love is without reservation, without a bias, without any expectation, obviously, because once it is already fulfilled inside, so it does not seek any fulfillment. Full of concern, yes, but devoid of attachment. Yes. So this love is a very disinterested love, because it also respects journeys of each and every individual. So there is a lot of space that it gives, but it also nudges, it also pokes कि अगर किसी friend को आज ले जाना है सत्संग में तो चलना चलना, that is also love. But it's always coming from a right attitude, a right action. There is nothing else that I want from that, poke, if I can say. So very disinterested, yet very interested at the same time. Yeah. So I think enough shared, and I would like to share this a little kind of a few lines with you. Those of us who may feel interested, they maybe can click this link and have a look. There are other posts on love as well, just as and when it gets revealed, in whatever form I keep on sharing. So those of us who want to have a look may go through, and yeah, I pray for more and more of us to be accessing this deep treasure, which all of us have access to, so that one drop of hate less in this world, and we do our task, which is to be love itself, not to be in love, to be love itself. And I think that is the biggest social service that we as a human being are capable of doing. Yeah. Thank you so much.